Hey guys, it's your boy Di Landon, coming to you live for the first time. I just wanted to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. This stream will be 2 hours, so it's 30 minutes to the market open today, Monday, August 28th, and kind of just going through things. This setup is pretty temporary, so if you give feedback or anything, please just leave it in the comments. I will check things out, try to improve, and go from there. You'll see me looking around. I've got another set of screens to my left here. That will be my primary use. That's where I have them all marked up. You'll look at the chart you see right in front of you is untouched, and that's just for entering my trades. So what I'm looking at, I've got a set of screens for market internals. I've got a set of screens for my bots. And if you see me, I do have one mouse that can kind of control all of my screens. So if you see me kind of grabbing my mouse or my keyboard and jumping around, that's what's going on there. So today, Monday, obviously, I'm always a little cautious on a Monday. I think middle of the week's better for me. I feel I can have a better idea of what the market wants to do. And really coming off last week's sell-off, I really need to be cognizant that the trend is still down. It probably will be easier to trade down. We did have a bit of a recovery on Friday, and I can kind of show you guys that. Let's go to the hourly here. I'm going to ignore some of this. This is probably relevant as well. You can kind of see here, this was on the 23rd. This was a crazy move. This is pretty interesting now that we're above this level here. That kind of has me considering maybe we are going back up to test some higher levels. This was Friday. You can see we open with a large move down, and then we came back and kind of closed and settled out here. So the move is 100% net long. There's a few questions you generally want to ask yourself pre-market. Are we opening inside or outside of range? This would be outside of yesterday's range. Prior day's range is what's the inventory from the overnight. So this is from Sunday. So the inventory, let me put my mic a little closer, maybe that can help. Inventory is 100% net long for the most part, in my opinion. So that's something to note. You could see an early flush down. So what I mean by that is you have all these trades happening overnight. Generally, overnight traders are not the algos, they're not the banks. This is a smaller time frame traders, maybe people trading from London time, Asian markets. And generally, if you see 100% net long or net short, you should see some correction at the open. So that means if we are 100% net long, we should see some selling at the open to correct that, because some of these people just bought overnight and they want to block in their profits. And so that's generally what you're going to see. Kind of looking at a 15-minute chart, you can see really we opened on Sunday on this candle, opened a little bit below the open, but that again, the open was higher. So pretty much net long. You can see we're selling back a little bit, giving a little bit back here, but nothing too dramatic. So just looking for that selling at the opening, and then what the market wants to do after that. Normally I have a number of other charts pulled up, and I don't know why I do not have them pulled up. So let me go ahead and pull up some of my other charts that I look at on a regular basis. And really, I trade NQ, so I'm watching the top 10 holdings in the NQs, Apple, Amazon, those types of stocks that have the most impact. And there's obvious reasons for doing that, but the most obvious is, you know, they control the overall direction. This is my internal screen, so this is actually something I don't mind sharing with you guys. I've got my ticks, my volume, my ticks, my advanced decline lines, and then my charts. And so these are the same. This is S&P across the top and NASDAQ across the bottom. I've got that on another screen, so I'm just going to close that out for now. I trade on a 15-second candle. Not great for exits, but definitely good for entries. So I wouldn't be surprised, you know, at the open if we can kind of come back, especially since this move at 655, really around 650, we started to kind of climb. So let me just see what I've got going on here. If you can hear my computer, I apologize. She is running a little hot. Let me just get up one of my screens I like to look at. And in the future, I will be a little bit more organized for you guys. So hopefully you can find some value and things aren't too loud. And I'm going to grab some other liquids here. Coffee's a little hot for me right now. Please. So again, I like to kind of come in a couple hours before I trade. I have a rule where I don't trade unless I've been watching the markets or been kind of around for an hour before. I find if I try to kind of jump in 5, 10, 15 minutes before the open, I don't have a real grasp of what is going on or what should be going on. Kind of, you know, my bias may be a little unclean. I try to enter the market each day with no bias whatsoever. You know, let the market tell me which way it wants to go for the day or which way I want to trade. That's the great thing about futures. Going long and going short's the same thing. There's no having to find short shares. If you wanted to short a stock, you have to find shares that are shortable, that are people that are lending out for some additional income and that you can take advantage of to short. I was planning on trading my EarnMax accounts, so I apologize that that's not the case. There's an issue with my account going on, and I'm waiting for that to be resolved. Hopefully it will be resolved sometime this morning, but for the time being, I'm going to just trade my Apex evaluations. I will be trading all four at the same time using Trade Copier, so that you'll see that kind of start to compile. Hopefully by mid-September I can pass these additional four and I can go from there. Thanks again for watching. Nothing really exciting to talk about until the market opens. Let me pull up and see if there's any chats or any questions. I would note it does look like there are some pretty substantial delays, upwards of a minute. So I want anyone who's watching this live to take into account that I do not control the latency with YouTube, and that may be slower than expected. When I'm trading, I am not going to be looking at the chat. I will be only looking at my trading efforts, so I can come back after and jump in before I kind of finish the live and see if there's any questions you guys have. So I apologize, but this is a little bit new to me, and it's important that I still remain a trader at the end of the day, and so that's what I'm going to be focused on. Hopefully you guys don't hear my computer humming too hard here. I'm just gonna grab a couple more drinks. I would note, for me personally, what I like to kind of do before the open, I've got about 20 minutes. I usually, if I have to use the restroom or really anything to kind of be ready to go, I trade until 9 a.m. my time, so about the first 90 minutes. Win, lose, or draw, I take a break, have breakfast, walk away from the screens, walk away from the temptation of continuing to trade, and kind of regain perspective. Once you kind of make your first trade, whether it's long or short, whether you want to admit it or not, you kind of create a bias, and it's important to kind of give yourself a little time to not chase it. Now, I've got Apple up a decent amount above a key level for me, and Amazon's up, Meta's up, Netflix is up, Tesla's up, Google's up, Microsoft's up. Okay, so tech's strong. Good indicator to potentially be going long. Now, again, I will not take a trade immediately at the open. I would like to see some correction of the overnight. Again, because it's pretty much 100% not long, I'd like to see some of those longs take profits and get out, bring the market down a little bit. Where exactly? We're kind of at the top of the value area. This is a 3-day value area. We're kind of at the top both in, that is not the right ticker. So let's get that. Explains why that looks so funky. So right at the top of the value area for ES and NQs, that kind of tells me to watch out for a potential short. So I kind of would like to see a correction at the open. In fact, I might take it if it does go down. So we'll see. Nothing to really harp on. Hopefully everybody had a safe and healthy weekend. Again, hopefully you don't hear too much background noise here. If it is the case, I apologize. Hopefully you can bear through it today, and I can make some adjustments for tomorrow. I'm trading at my office, and it's summertime, so it's just a little bit extra hot in here. So I apologize for that, and I need to have a fan going, otherwise I will cook. Really interesting here. Some things that I watch. I've kind of round tripped the entire summer from June, so that's kind of something to note. Really, we took back all of July already. And so does the market want to continue to find liquidity lower, or does it want to finally have some buying step in. Personally, I do feel like it wants to continue lower. Just looking at the daily here, you know, we do kind of have this fair value gap higher. Maybe we push up into it, give the retail trader some false hope and sell off. There's a liquidity, there's a good amount of liquidity kind of in this range. Let's go ahead and box that off. Because that's kind of a key level here. It looks like nothing too drastic, but that's kind of an interesting level. So if we sell off, I would kind of be looking for a move back into this lower end of this range. There's this double bottom here, and I know this is the daily so you can't see, but there is a gap down here that we could be going to fill, and only time will tell if we want to go that way. You can see the sell-off on Thursday, pretty strong, no buyers, right? So we kind of want to monitor this. You know, we were on a tear, pretty considerable tear with like no healthy pullback. And what does a healthy pullback kind of entail? It just means like, you know, this is one time frame, and if you grab a trend line from the low here in March, you know, we really didn't do anything but go straight up, and now we've kind of finally been able to do some of the correction here. So this is pretty expected. I think everyone but retail, outside of the people, maybe the Dave Portnoy's of the world, that think all stocks go up and only go up. You know, there's reasons for this market to go either way, and we are going to just trade with the overall trend and the overall direction of the market. You can see from yesterday's close on Friday, you know, we are 100% not long. So again, you know, coming into the open around here, we should see some movement maybe down to this low volume node of 1550. I kind of like that. That would be touching the high. So let's go ahead and mark that as well. That might be a level of interest, kind of right at yesterday's high. Let's kind of mark that. So when we go to the lower time frame, we're going to kind of see that level. So that wouldn't be bad at all for us to correct down to that level. Just kind of zooming out on my time frame. Yeah, you're not going to see. Where are you, little guy? I need to just stick with the 5 minute here quick. We'll just put this all the way out to the, there you go. That's kind of the level. Back down to my time frame. We can kind of see once we broke through that strong move up. Another kind of, I don't look at one day profiles. I don't find any use in them. 10 minutes to the open. Just kind of looking at some things. Got to remember that I've got two computers, so I need two sets of mice here. You know, longer time frames are long, but it's a pretty good amount of long. So we'll just continue to monitor. Let me quick check to see if there's any Oh, that was a little bit of personal information. I apologize for that. Still new to this, so things are coming on screens that I'm sharing, and I apologize. Not a big deal. No one's probably going to see this anyways. Continue to watch this. Kind of look at that. You know, I had this box on for a while, but look at it come when the overnight right up to that level bounced up. Let's kind of zoom in on this, give you a good insight here if this is a good level or not. You know, this level should be kind of resistance, and it exactly was. Comes up, pulls back, quick hit, right back up. Now you could argue that's called double top. So you know, a normal person might have gone long here, but your stop should have been below this level, so you get stopped out, goes a little bit shorter, and you maybe set up for one more long. And if you did that, you know, especially with those candles, you're able to recoup that. And that's the important part of taking your losses. You know, again, set up your parameters. Okay, I'm going to go along here. It's pulled back here. So when you go along here, you've got a move of 72. Is it 65? So that's less than a 10-point move. So you could kind of expect, okay, if my stop's 10 points, I should at least be probably doing a 1-to-1. So when you go along against 72, your first take should be 82, and if you look, that first move goes up to about that level. Really healthy pullback. It's good indication, and you can see a strong buy, and you might want to go along back over that high. Or if you're smart, you're buying on the pullback, maybe with a stop here. Again, kind of coming up, pullback. Nothing really here. You got almost kind of like a triple top going on here, which is a little bit bearish. But again, this is all pre-market. This is, you know, this is not the big money moving around. This is the little guys thinking they matter. So we open here about 8 minutes. Again, I'm probably not looking to take anything right away. If the flush looks strong, I'm going to maybe try to capture 5 points onto the downside. But we'll see. I mean, you know, again, I wouldn't mind us. I'm not sure why this is at this level. It should be kind of up here at this 50. Let's just go back to the daily and make sure that's right. Yeah, it's a good level to look for. You know, there's a reason we sold off once we got there yesterday on Friday, and now we're back above it. This is a strong candle, so we need to expect some correction. Sometimes you never get it, which is bullish. You know, obviously if the market just continues higher, it's pretty darn bullish. You like to see some correction because you like to, you know, this goes back to even the use of diamond hands. For any of those Reddit guys out there, when you're a short-term trader, you have weaker hands. And what I mean by that is if you're day trading or trading with prop firms, you know, you really can only trade the day, so you kind of have stops in place, and you know that's what this market is built to do, is go and hunt stops and take as few people on the ride as possible. Right, you know, if you're happy with a 5-point gain and that's where you put your stop, good chance the market's going to come find you. Chase the liquidity, get rid of you, and go. Now, again, this kind of move pre-market, 5 more minutes before the open, it's generally, in my opinion, a false move. I find that the reason you can find these false moves is there's so much less volume that you can potentially, you know, see that sell off. It doesn't take much volume to move price. When you have a ton of volume involved, like in an open, during regular trading hours, it's harder to move price. So sometimes, you know, they're kind of faking out the retail trader. Most retail traders kind of buy high and sell higher, or hold until it goes below and it goes against them. And so, these moves pre-market right before the open, some people would argue everyone in New York's already in the office and that's when the trading begins. Why wait for a bell to ring to make your first trade? I like to wait because I find if I trade pre-market, outside of like some economic news that I sometimes will trade, given a different situation, I find that if I make these trades, my setups don't work as well. I'm looking for really quick movements. I'm trying to capture 5 to 10 points in 5 to 10 seconds. And in doing so, I need volume and speed. And so if I make these same trades in the pre-market, there's a higher likelihood that I'll either get stopped out, or just don't really have the patience. Where I'm at with things right now, I need to be in, out. So you'll see me, if my first trade, I try to capture a loss or a win as soon as possible in my first trade. And I really focus on not looking at my P&L, because really it doesn't matter. Going long and going short has nothing to do with whether you're making money or not. You want to be correct, and the money is just a byproduct of being correct. And, the number one thing I can tell you is if you're stubborn, if you have a mindset that I'm going to see this through, I'm going to get mine, Mother Market will slap you sideways. They don't give a shit if you're long. They don't give a shit if you're short. They're going to take the market whatever direction they want to, generally based on liquidity. And I can't recommend the Inner Circle enough. I think his content's incredible. I'm still learning, but I think there's a lot of truth to it. I know he's mentioned in an interview there's like 80 different things he uses or labels and identifies in the charts in the price action. And I've only maybe understood a few of them so far, but there's no doubt in my mind that retail thinks they matter and they don't. We really don't. We're a nobody. We're just trying to catch the ride of what the algos want to do. That's pretty strong buyback here. That's kind of bullish. 2 minutes to the open. But strap up. Thanks for watching. I'll try to talk through my trades again. I'm going to be live for another 90 minutes. So hopefully you guys find this useful, helpful, and entertaining. And if, an old saying I used to hear all the time, if the women don't find you handsome, hopefully they find you handy. So hopefully you find something and you learn something. And again, this is all educational. This is not financial advice. Do not trade blindly. You guys are on a delay. I can even see it on my end. Look at on your phone, compare that to the clock on the screen. I am 1 minute to open right now, so you can tell what kind of delay you're on from there. But let's have a great Monday. I am not looking for anything crazy. I just want to have some good trades that I can share with you guys, and we can go from there. 1 minute to the open. This is where it gets crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, kind of a really interesting spot. So I'm going to go long. I like the long, I guess, a little bit above. I'm going to be more cautious on the long side. But I will consider taking a long over 103. I know that's pretty close to where we are. It'll be a real quick profit taker if I do. So let's trade the market. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right. Initial sell-off. I like that. I'm going to take a short here in a sec. There we go. Let's go short. And I'm probably gonna get stopped out here. Oh. That's a bad trade. Oop. I didn't have it. So went down to my, well, I actually don't mind this a little bit here. There we go. Quick little profit there. I don't know why my trades weren't showing up on the screen. I still am trying to play short. So first trade profitable, but should have allowed it to run. Again, I see us going down to 50-50, but that's a pretty strong buy candle here. Nice topping tail though. We could be headed lower a little bit more. Good selling. Not getting anywhere near where we were. Here we go. I might take another short here. Again, this is just correcting. I have no opinion on the market right now, whether it should go long or short. Right now it does look like the bias is to kind of close some of this gap. And I think that's what we're going to do here. So I am short. Why am I not able to see? I'm going to try to capture a move here. And I will have a stop up here. I again kind of expect us to come down into this range. I think we'll be down here, but that's pretty close. So I'm going to try to take a little bit less here. Maybe just a break of this. Still feels pretty good. I'm going to sell another one. And I'll try to lock in about $100 in profit here. I don't know why we've got two contracts. I think she wants it. I think we're going to go 3. Getting a little bit of heat against us, but we should touch where I'm at. Maybe we'll take a little bit less here. Come on. Try to lock in $100 here. Come on. You're there. Well, that'll be pretty sick if I lose that. Does look like I might lose it. Get ready to take my loss. Substantial loss there. And I'm out. Okay. You can see that's a pretty hefty loss. That was all we got so far. That's okay. Not really end of the world there. Could be just taking out stops. Oversized was my main problem. I should have taken this and had one contract. I still think we're going to flush lower. Tech's looking strong. Sell-off may be over. Nice move above the high of the day. You can see these are large candles. A lot of volatility in here. Really, I should have just probably stayed short here, took a bigger profit. Happy that I got out. Should have probably got out all 3 right away here. We've got longs, so I'll watch this. You know, there's plenty of room to the upside. looks good in tech. Let's watch though. Failed to make new highs. Failed to make new highs. Let's see what happens here. I might be shorting this one more time. I might be. Oh, we're going long. I got bots going long. What are we doing here? Oh, should have been long. Sometimes I look at the wrong things. Should have been long right before the open. Let's see what we do here in this candle. Yeah. Short. We're gonna sell the shit out of this. I don't know why. That's why I'm using the wrong mouse. Let's let this go. Buy one. Here we go, back to break even. Great for short. Probably could have stayed short, but I wanted to kind of capture that. Could have probably shorted more. I felt confident. Netflix sold off like a son of a gun. Amazon's now at the lows of the day. The bots are still kind of staying long. You can see here. We could come back, I think, 5 points easy in ES. The ES is the, kind of mother grail. It's the most diverse future. But you can see we're stuttered here. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm back to break even on the day. And let's see here. I still think we're going to 1550. High volume. No, look at the volume. Okay, it's substantial. Right at this level, 84 selling a lot, so back below now. There's the short. Again, had I held, probably could have made this trade work out for me, but this is a different game. I am trading futures on a prop account, and so you need to be ready. Now it's a pretty big wick there, so you could have a bounce now. If we eat this wick up, I think we're going even lower. That makes sense. The initial move is higher. Trap some longs up here. This is, everyone from here to here is trapped now. Box that off. So these people are probably holding. We're going to take profit, so we could see some more down movement. Again, if this candle gets eaten out, I'm going to stay short. So far it hasn't. And if I short again, we're going down to 50-50 as a target. 1550. A little bit of bounce in Apple. Still doesn't feel strong. Yeah, there we go. Give it a, hopefully get a little bit of pullback higher, and then I'll short. Okay, looking to short. Short. Try to capture this move. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, take a little profit there. It goes to the tech, it makes you upset, so took a little profit. Still pretty much break even on the day, but never like seeing, trying to capture 5 points and she goes pretty much 5 points. It's a good sell though. I don't like catching heat against me, so turn the account here. We'll just continue to watch. Kind of have a double bottom here, not quite, so this should be taken out. Otherwise, it's extremely bullish for us to not even take that low up, because there's a bunch of stops here, right? If you go long here, you're going to have your stop right below the low of the day, and generally the market loves liquidity, and so you would expect, even if we were going to go higher, there should be some movement below this level to take out the stops, again, to take less people with them. And it looks like here we go. Again, no opportunity. Market's coming in ahead of it, which is bullish, very bullish. But we'll see. Again, we should see a move below this. I'm not going to take the trade. I'm a little salty. There it is. You see how quick that was? I was just taking out stops. Now we'll see if we want to continue lower down to this 50-50. Again, there's not a ton of room. I like to capture more than 5 points. But we'll see. There we go. We should hit this number. There should be no reason to have a fake out. I'm getting some buying now. I said that. Okay, nice support there. See how I have that line? Look at the support on that line, that 1550. Market might not want to go lower. This is bullish. Good buying in Apple. Still could use some movement here. Apple coming up to its view app. See what it wants to do there. You can kind of see high volume knowing. You could argue, I don't think you guys can see this, but this is the ES. Kind of came right back to its value area high, bounced off of it. So that's a key level, this 37, which I said we were going to go to when we were at about 42. Now we're at about 44. Kind of bullish now, yeah. Buying coming in. So let's get ready. Kind of changing my ideas here. Apple didn't get up to VWAP. Looking at the stocks I look at, Microsoft is kind of weak. Meta's a little stronger. Again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. There it is. Remember when I said that fake bounce? It got everyone juiced up because you broke this recent high, and then this one, so people kind of start to, maybe we're going back up. Nah. Ticks never got up. Ticks just cratered. Yeah, we're going lower. I think this is my opportunity to short this. Put a buy stop there on it. There we go. Still think we're going lower, but I'm a quick hitter. There we go. I think we'll be taking out lows of the day, no problem. This is a low volume area. Generally, markets don't like low volume areas. They test them. You can see here is immediately rejected. Given this little bit amount of time, I would say we still want to go lower, maybe down into 15,000 again. Nice buying. Dollar's been getting a little weaker. In this economy, the dollar matters. a weak dollar is good for the market. Strong dollar is bad for the market. A couple big common tails here. I still think we're headed lower. And there we go. Now we should take out the low of the day. And I think we're going to end up washing these 50 points out of the market. Little volume node. New target. POC. 1510. Yeah. You can see here, not even looking. Look at how you take it out and you're strong buying. These are just stops that were replaced in here. Okay, you go long. If you're in long in this candle or these candles, your stops below that low. And here's the market taking them taking you for a ride. I think we're coming down to this 5110, 1510 point of control. So again, this original short would have worked out, but how I trade with these prop firms, there's too much heat going against you. I could have easily been chopped out of my account. But you don't want that. So take the loss, look for a re-entry. And we should come down to 1510, this high volume node. Yeah. Tons of money to be made. That original short would have paid, but coulda, woulda, shouldas don't work in this game. There, boom, target hit. Next target's another 30 points lower. Looks like we could flush out pretty quickly here. You can see, probably can't see. On a 1 minute chart, we went short at 38. 38 would have been a good place to go short. Still a lot of things going on here. Strong. We'll see how this candle closes. But short was right. Good bounce. Not really Q level, so I still like us lower. I still like us lower. Okay. Thank you, TradingView. All right. Still like it lower. So looking back at this, just a little early on this short. And had this been my first one, maybe I'm able to let a runner run. Not a big deal though. Market's still weak. Amazon at lows of the day. I don't like it. From a long perspective. Short, I still like it. Probably going down to this, which was the open. All right. And that's the great thing about the futures is going long and short is the same thing. Could we? I don't see us getting all the way back up to 1550. It's just too much, right? If you're shorting here or shorting here, you're kind of getting stopped out right now. That's probably why this candle's long. So you can see some buy stops. Maybe we get back up to here. We'll see what we do there. Again, sometimes not being in a trade is the best thing. You have no bias, no need for something to happen. Market just does not feel strong. Infotech's getting weaker. We have a slight bounce in ticks, but I think we're still headed lower. Let's see what we do here. I think we're going to climb. So we hit the pot. Yeah, we go up to this high volume. Well, maybe 1550 is short again. We've hit VWAP for Apple. You know, Apple's the biggest stock in the market, so I always kind of want to keep an eye on what Apple's doing. Apple can move the market or hold the market. You know, Apple's the boy. Everyone's got Apple in their portfolio and everyone holds it, so we'll see here. Microsoft just turned negative. More green. Financials is strongly green, up 0.5%. Energy is now up. Materials is now up. Here we got another on industrials. So hey, we might be getting on the buy side here. Buy programs might be coming in. Boom, above VWAP. I think I like the long now. Let's see how it reacts. Apple reacting at VWAP. We'll sell him. It's a key level, so you'd expect some selling. Thanks again for watching. Got about an hour left in the broadcast. Hopefully everyone's enjoying themselves, finding something useful here. Not a strong bounce. Apple back below VWAP. Sectors are still strong, but you know, it could be chop here. The bigger sectors are, you know, 2 of the 3 biggest sectors are down. Everything else is kind of climbing. So if infotech and consumer discretionaries, which is like Walmart and Amazon and them, if they can get in gear a little bit here, we definitely would be headed back up. But sell-off continues in big tech. Do not like the long side. Meta's strong though. Meta's holding VWAP, going higher. Come on, Apple, what do you want to do? I think we could be headed higher here. I'm going to take a run around and up. Try to capture my 5 points. Don't like that. Going to try to just capture a new high here. Take one more stab at it. Come on. Gonna take a little bit of earlier profit here. Feels weak. Come on. Make that push. Healthy pullback. Okay, I'm gonna put in a sell. There we go. I'll take it. Another $100 holler. Instant. See, we're going higher because it took out I had the room to probably get my 5 points, but don't like how that heat I had to take. So we'll just kind of watch. I did see buying. It doesn't feel very strong. Yeah, we'll see here. Maybe they're getting in gear here. Got 5 sectors in strong green, 4 in a light green, and 2 big sectors are climbing. Might be headed higher here, boys. You can see I'm, taking my profit there. Smart move. To get my 5, so I got in here at 61, so I would have been playing to 66. Would have been right there. Would have probably not gotten filled. So that's fine. Probably added that second one too soon. I need to add that second one. Should have been there. But that's fine. Again, now below this level, I think we're headed lower. Yeah, Apple's weak. S&P is holding up really well. But that's just because the weak sectors are strong. So we'll continue on. Got another hour of trading. It's been fun having you guys here, watching my bad trades. Let's see how it goes. Again, this is kind of bullish key level. Not that I love drawing rectangles or anything, but to kind of illustrate, it's a key level for me. And look, kind of looks like right here. Kind of see that box. Yeah, you kind of section stuff off to kind of help create a visual representation of what we're doing here. You can see this level is key. So let's draw one more rectangle from the open, right? 730. Kind of flushed up, hit it, and now you're kind of hitting there. So you could kind of do it one or two ways, kind of like that box. So let's see what we want to do here. Kind of in no man's land, short below, long above. Just kind of sectioning off things in the market here. Right, we got all these longs trapped up here. We got some shorts trapped down here. Who's gonna get paid? You gotta remember, if you're not day trading, a lot of these situations, people can just hold and hopefully hope it works out for them. So let's just kind of look at it like this. Here we are back to this key level. See this? We're talking about setups. Let's do a little, what the heck, I want a channel. I don't want a regression channel. Multi-line, I don't know. Maybe let's do this, to this. This is kind of weird. Bull flag coming up, healthy flag, long above there, that's a setup. Here we are, and in short land. Apple looks weak. Everything's weak in tech. Finance, industrials. Oh, let's see, advanced decline line. I still think we're headed lower. Let's do, I've got other people I follow. I'm just curious what they're doing right now. Sometimes the best thing to be doing is no trade at all. Keep your ammo about you. I don't know why that's not launching. Yeah, my first trade would have been profitable. These shorts would have looked really good down here, but it doesn't always work out like that. You gotta keep a short time frame when you're doing this. These prop firms, you have no trailing, so you can't have heat against you. If the trade was right, it'll come back. If it was wrong, it'll never come back. Netflix is looking strong. That's kind of, could be an early indicator. One of my other stocks I've been using as an early indicator is doing great. That's awesome. Shit. Sometimes you just sit on your hands, watch the market. You know, you don't have to be trading constantly. I mean, look at this range. Let's draw one more that I'm gonna have to delete because I got too much shit going on in this thing. But just look at this, you know, little range here. Why do you want to be trading in this? Why do you want to be trading in this? Chop fast. You know, bring this thing back. Chop fast. Oh, got rid of my nice line, but we know it's about right there. Let's get rid of this drawing too. Building some momentum to the upside, it looks like. We want to go test this area. There's a big stop at 73. Let's kind of watch the DOM around the 73 level. It's not really a high volume node. This is more for the high volume node for the day. Really flat. No trade. Okay, we might be going long here. One of the stocks I watch that usually has been an early indicator of what the market wants is flying. Apple looks strong. I think we're gonna go long here. There it is. Quick 5 points. It's a goal. Target. Boom. $100. 5 points. Target hit. Quickly. In 15 seconds. Still think we're going higher now. Things look good to the upside. Yeah, we're going higher. How much higher? Can't tell you. Probably up to this little pocket here. Is there a pocket on the 3-day? Look here quick. Yes. Yeah. Could argue all the way up to 58. I don't see that happening there. A little volume note 80. Could be going to 80. Let's see. Oh, it could be going to 80 here, guys. Amazon seems to have held my Meta at highs of the day. I don't see why that stock sits under 300. I think it was just people, shorter term people were selling in the last week or so. Great long term hold for me. This is not financial advice, guys. This is just education. Just want to give you guys an opportunity to kind of see inside my brain, see how I see things. See, here we go. Should have probably taken this trade. Maybe a little bit of down swoop here. Psych people out. Maybe touch that 50-50 again. Let's drag that out a little bit. Quick touch, and then I think we're maybe going higher. I don't see why we're selling. High of the day in Meta. Key level here for Amazon. Selling off in Apple. And change this chart. I moved from when I look at my other stocks, I started at a 1 minute. I like to get to a 15 minute after a couple bars have been placed. It's less, you can kind of see a little bit easier. You don't have to watch everything. I'm not day trading these stocks, so let's get an idea. Look at the value area. Google value area if you don't know what that is. Back into this range. Another big pop out. Probably want to go lower before we go higher now. Sometimes after the, my 90 minutes is up for the trading, I'll look at some of the other things I do. One stock in particular that I think has just been crazy awesome stock. I've made some good money in is Carvana. Kind of the meme stock right now, but there's just a lot of movement. I like movement. As you can see, I trade NQs. If I wanted ES, a range of 10 points. Yeah, it's $50 a point, but not my cup of tea. All right, guys, come on. Show me something here. Here we go. Got to get lower to get higher. Remember, the market doesn't like taking people with it. It likes giving you the worst opportunity. Again, this is just chop zone. No reason to really be in this. I took that 5 points because I thought we were going to probably go a little further, but you can tell. I caught the absolute top. Kind of a luckier trade. I probably could have been out for break even a couple times though. So just continue to watch. Not the most glamorous job, but sitting in front of a computer clicking buttons is not the worst thing to happen. Again, I only like to trade for 90 minutes on my day trading anyway, so it's fun. 45 more minutes, halfway through my morning. Go get some breakfast. Kind of a little bit of a Warren Buffett myself. I take a bad owl. I'm going to have a shitty breakfast, kind of punish myself. I do have a great day, happy with the trading. It's really about happy with the trading. Like, even if I have losses, if I was happy with the trades, that's more important. if I'm piling into trades and just I'm going long, I'm gonna hit it all, you know, that doesn't feel like a win to me. Here we go. Got to get lower to get higher. I think we're going up to 76 and touching this 80. Let's see how we act around this 73. Initial feedback, very short-lived. If we don't even get a 15-second sell, yeah, let's see. No, we pretty much went to 80. We went to 79 and a quarter. Again, you want to kind of always be a little bit ahead of what your expected move is, because everyone else will be. And there you go. If we just draw this out, I'm going to kind of take it down to the 80. You can see you pretty much got within a point. So key levels here. At this point, not much to do. Netflix is showing some strength. Meta looks great. I might want to take a long on Meta. Let's see here. That's I think I want to. Let's just take a long one. It's a little early for me to be doing any of the day trades, but I'm just gonna buy one right here. I'm buying the September 1st. This hold will be just for the day. Let's see if I can get filled here. Looks like I filled at 414, and that will be really short long here. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh my god. VFS. You guys might not know about it. VinFast. Vietnamese car company. What the fuck is going on? When did this happen? It opened around 30. Oh my god, I missed this whole fucking move. Started trading 22, went as high as 30. Sold off, got as low as 11 on the 18th of this month, and it's at $80. You want to talk about a pump and dump? This has got to be a short coming up at some point here. That's just, it's not Tesla, so I don't know why. But that's the market. September 1st. What did I buy? The 2.9. Oh, ugh. That's a bad stroke. It's alright, we'll just have a little stop loss on there. I still like that one long. Down $4. Wow, VinFast. I can't show you on this one, but let's just go to this is crazy. It's been on my radar because it's just been a crazy month, but look at this. Oh, that's not even enough time white. I guess gotta stop using this freaking website. Great. Fucking line chart. Who wants to look at a fucking line chart? Not me. Whoever went public in this one's doing quite well. There we go. We don't want a fucking mountain. Meat candle. Look at that. So it opened fucking 11. Jesus Christ. Went right back down. That was the buy. Look at it. Just on the 18th, it touched the opening day range. Fucking taking off. This is kind of setting up to be a shooting star, so keep an eye on that. Again, I got to focus on my day trading for another 40 minutes. But that's a crazy move. fairly flat. Go back to the wrong profile, sit right there. All right. Nothing to do. Just keep your eye out. Just choppy, choppy, choppy. Things are getting stronger though. Yeah. You gotta argue that if tech starts paying attention here, we're going higher. Okay, there we go. I think we're going up. I think we're going up here, boys. Now this level, gonna watch him. I think I want to go along from about 90, kind of maybe from this, it'll be about a 5-point move there. To the downside, maybe short from 30 and try to get it lows of the day. Carvana's taking off, which is usually pretty bullish. I should probably go long here, but I'm just gonna sit for a little longer. Oops. I want that little squarey thing. Come on, guys. Healthy pullback from this level. Already back up to it. We should probably reject a little bit. Apple strong. Netflix strong. I can't believe that moving been fast. Unbelievable. There we go. Into the zone. Right away. I see sir went long when I said it. Alright, we'll pull back. Good. See if we get a bounce. Tried to go long there, didn't. What did I say? I was going to like 88. There we go. Could have been long ahead of it. Probably should have been. Nice sell off. Caught that just right. Here we go, right at this level. Pretty quick rebuy here. Let's see what happens here. Apple's about to hit 180. When you see stocks at whole prices, you usually see a quick pop through them. It's kind of holding 179.90. Amazon just broke 133. Could be kind of a pop and flop here. Healthy buyback though. Carvana, correct, 45. Unbelievable. I can't believe that went fast. Yeah, we should be going to 102 now. We should be hitting all-time highs. I'm going to wait for Apple to confirm. But if we get into above 102, I think we're going... I think we're at least going to 102. 30 minutes left. Amazon holding 133. Meta over 290. Nvidia over 450. Microsoft over VWAP. Tesla over VWAP. Everyone's over VWAP. In tech. Oh, tech's about to turn green. So is consumer discretionaries. We're going higher. I'm going long. I'm going to hold this one below 80. We might flush below, but I will take another stab at it if we do. Feels weak. It's a little low, but we'll see. I feel like I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm gonna put my other stop in place. I'm gonna try to take a little earlier profit. Come on. God, it was right there. Probably shouldn't have gotten in that. Oh shit. I remember to drop your stops. Got lucky. Don't like that trade. Even though I know we're going higher. In this account I can't be in that kind of a trade. It's more of a swing position. Right? Because I got a good feeling that we probably are going to take some stops up before we move back higher. And Apple selling off a bit. I think I'm just a little early to the party. There it is. It stopped out. I think I was just early to the party. Glad I added and just took it basically break even. Now I think this is ready. All systems go. Barely any sell off. Higher high. Let's see what we do here. So this is where I'm watching the ticks. If the ticks can't get lower, so that means like, you know, at any given moment, is a stock ticking up or ticking down? That's a measurement of across the S&P 500. There's 500 ticks to compare. So you can have high tick and low tick. Now I look at the exchange level, NASDAQ and NYSE. So NYSE has a lot more, a little bigger range, so a little bit more insight. So now we've hit a low tick of the day, but she's buying up. So we get above the zero line and we don't hold there. I think I gotta take my long now. Same spot, but it feels better. No, pick sitting here. What do you want to do, boys? I'm gonna get one potentially flush a little lower. No, don't do that. I can't comprehend that. Let's get this to the 15-minute. We're going a little lower first, it looks like. 15 seconds, pretty obvious. So see how it's held this level? It's kind of bullish. Now this time you don't even get inside of it. Don't even get inside of it. Kind of bullish. Yeah, we're going long. Take another stab at this. Oh. Put a stop in there. Shit. Probably could have captured my full 5 there if I had that automated. The problem with Trade Evade is if I use the trade copier, I can't have my automatic buy and sells in there, which is stupid. If you're trading more than one account. If you're trading one account, they'll let you do it. But if you're using trade copier, right now I'm trading 4 accounts. So, got to be a little quicker with the steel there, but that looks good. Tick's holding fucking perfectly. Tick's going higher here. What are we doing? Nice recovery here in Amazon. I like this buyback. A little toppy in Microsoft. Might be getting sucked in here. Might have to take the L on that trade. Carvana over 45 though. Alright, market wants to give me one more chance. Kind of a weak bounce. So, I think we go ahead and do an exchange lower before we go higher. There's too many longs or something in here. Where was that? Oh, like that. There's a problem with this platform. Not much time left in my day. And you can see, like, you see how these candles are moving so much slower. I mean, this is like boring again. The move's probably going to come in the next hour. If you don't feel the move in like the first 30, 45 minutes, it's usually setting up for like a mid-morning takeoff and change. There's, again, ICT would tell you there's, different algo periods, the lunch period, the London period, the Asian period, the New York period, right? Because they build these algos to trade against what market expects, right? And most people trade in the morning at the open. Okay, we're getting some strength here. Healthy but climbing. I think the next flush down I want to take a stab and go long. So everything telling me to stay? Yeah. Well, got some momentum indicators saying maybe hold on a sec. Turtle soup. Yeah. Go. Go. Indicator says hold on a sec. I don't know why I'm talking so softly, but this could be the last little push down here. Let's see what happens in this zone. That's strong. Closed right above it. Let's see what this candle does. Low. There it is. Sometimes you gotta go lower to go higher. You can take out all these stops. See where the quick candle back. That's kind of automatic buying. People that are short. Right? Short and your target's below here. Or you're long and your stop's below here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. It'll be a bummer if audio is an issue. A little bit of an H pattern. You'd buy above here or here now if this bounces back. No, H pattern, null and void. There's the sell off. Okay, let's see what it does to this 50-50. So yeah, let me talk about that. What kept me out of the trade right there when I thought we were going to bounce higher was one, you don't have the kind of 3 candle rule to swing, right? If this one closes higher, you can say you have it. But if I look back at one of mine, I have a momentum squeeze indicator, and it was not getting stronger. And on a shorter time frame, it was actually already negative. And on my longest time frame that I monitor, it's still, the squeeze indicator still continuing to decline. So this might be just market bullshit. We might be headed lower here. And if we do break this, I think we're headed all the way back down to lows of the day. 20 more minutes of trading. Need to be smart about how I finish today. Not hitting my goal, that's fine. Especially being negative on my first trade. I shouldn't know I was negative, but it was obvious. I like my volume. I could have probably, with this account size, been trading a couple contracts versus just one. However, I like to kind of, right now, especially for this week, especially for my first time being live and sharing with you guys, I would rather have green days and less stress. So we'll see. Nice bounce off the low of my zone. Imagine that. This would be considered a swing. You have the lowest candle right here, higher and higher on each side. So you could have bought above this. I'm not really looking to go long right now. I mean, Apple's almost down $1. I sell off strong in Amazon. Meta got slapped. I might need to take the L on that Meta trade. Not a strong bounce. Come into the range, hit, bounce, come back to half pike. You'd argue that this is now a short. Let me show you on the fib. Not the way I want to draw that. So you come into here, and you're kind of like looking at, well, what do you want to judge it at? Here we go. I don't like that this doesn't draw in the 78.6. It's not as important of the fib, but I agree. But 61.8 is kind of a buy point, and look. It comes back to the halfway point on this move into your range, so that's the range you're measuring. This becomes an entry. And really when it failed to 78.6, and we're kind of coming back here, you could target down here, which would have been a good trade, and you could have targeted lower, which would have been a good trade. So both of those I should have taken them. Maybe I'm doing too much talking, but that's fine. You don't have to hit every setup. But that was an easy setup because you come into your range, bounce right off of your range, and you get above half back of the range. That's kind of like institutional would start to look for a buy point to start shorting again. And they would short as far as up to here, and then their stop would be up here. And perfect trade right back down there. Been smart. You've been taking the 68 at 43. You could take half back at 41. Not a lot of movement, but for me to hit the 0 mark, I'm hitting 5 or 10 points within my minute. So candles aren't as important on the shorter time frames. They're not as trustworthy, right? Like the longest time frame is weekly. You can look at monthly, but a lot happens. I don't know. I like weekly, then to daily, then to 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, and I trade the 15 second. So you'd expect us now to hit this range 23. There's no way we're gonna, unless your H pattern, very possible. There it is. Sorry, I called it right before I hit it. Should be trading this, but that's okay. I need to take this. Let's go to 12. I think that'd be. Look at that flush. Pfft, hell of a short. Oh, that's not flush. It's a fake candle. Not an H pattern. Look at this trend down. Pretty healthy. You could argue we're due for a climb now. You target up here if you get above it. Nothing looks strong. 15 more minutes. Had a couple trades I didn't take. Probably should have taken that most recent one. I saw it. I mean, the bounce right off of my kind of zone told me that we might have something here when it started to fail. Right, this is failure. Trade back to here at least to break this just by a tick. Apple weak, Amazon weak, Meadow terrible. Now you could almost transpose this a little further, and you could say, hey, instead of even use the fib, we could use a fib. Let's pull a fib in this area. It's kind of been a key level. Let's do the fib. Something happened there. Let's add in the 76.8. Again, failure at the 76.8. Look at that. Back above, half back though, and holds. Bought it up before 38.2, so you could argue we are going to touch 50 again. But you know, you do have in the game of prop trading, you have to be right on time and price, which is not easy. You know, it's not like buy and hold where you can buy or be wrong on price for 6 months and then finally be right. You gotta be right away. It's just something you gotta learn, because if you're wrong right away and get out. Get the fuck out. You know? Didn't break it. Had it lower. This was strong buying though. Could argue we're going to have to go lower now. Realistically, if I was going to keep trading, if I didn't have the rules that I have, I'd target this at least 15,000 round number. 505 feels safe. Not much time left in my day. I think I'm just going to take this into the shop. Call it a day. Move on. Let it be. You know, if I've got 20 accounts, $400 across 20 accounts, that's a good day. That's a good day. Nothing to sneeze at. Even across 4 accounts, I got to be happy with that. Grant's evaluation, but I traded it just like my own. In fact, I was probably more cautious being live. Healthcare is negative. Staples is now negative as well, so we should go lower. Higher wasn't getting any contracts. I don't know, should I take one more just because we're probably going to come here before my 9 minutes is up. No, put it out there. Put a little shape, little target. See by 9 o'clock. It's right out here. It's a fucking ugly color. Oops. Bullish if that's it. Very bullish. And that'll be my morning. I still think we're going to touch this. Oh. Yeah, terrible bounce. We should touch it here pretty shortly. Again, volume's lower. Yeah, everything's selling off. Damn near touched it, didn't it, boys? We should touch it a little bit healthier. We should touch this high volume node. There it is. Called it. Missed the trade, but that's okay. I'm reading the charts just the way I'm supposed to. I'm looking at everything that factors in. And what's interesting is, let's just note this. My primary bot went short at 39 and 48 again. 39 and 48. 39. Well, how about them apples? Listen to the bot. This is the thing I have to do, is listen to my bot sometimes. 39. Said short the shit out of this break. There's a 50-point move. Look, target hit though, boys. Now, right to that 15,000 I mentioned earlier. Pretty bullish though. That's a nice, good-looking number. Well, you got to see how it bounces off of it. Realistically, for it to be a bullish day at all, we've got to come back into this zone quickly. That's not quick enough. I'd say keep going lower now. Now you should hit settlement of 91. 6 minutes left. Damn. I would like to watch the replay and see when I said we're going to hit this level. Pretty straight to it. You got to be happy, you know. It's not always a trade you take if you're reading the charts right. You know, don't worry about anything else you got going on. Who cares? I'm long the market. I'm not long the market in my futures account. First 90 minutes of my morning, I am an unbiased chart reading machine, day trading NASDAQ futures. That's it. And I got a trailing stop, so I can't be holding dumb trades a long time, which is just good trade management.